to another siding edition of the Hash Info Show. What up, homies? How you doing? How you doing? So we washed this pan out. It's quite all right. We're gonna put a little safflower oil in here. I had dripped a drip of oil in there while there was a drop of water, and then I didn't like that there was water mixed with oil, so I dripped it out. I washed it out with a paper towel, and I just left that little scrape of oil there. This pan was already clean before I started. There is the troll's explanation for what was going on in the pan. You want to make sure you add a sufficient amount of safflower. I don't know what kind of oil this is. Let me tell you quickly. This is Sunflower by Terra. Organic Premium Expeller Press High Oleous Sunflower Oil. We're going to add that much because we're doing something awesome today. You all know what that is. We're making deliciousness. Culinary delights, as it were. Several things are happening all at once in this very same pan. We'll do some top chats. If there's any fan funding today, we will shout you out in advance. Do you love Canada, USA, Australia, Brazil, I didn't add Europe in there for the last several ones, but I put a shouts out to Europe, as that's what I do. I shout out Europe. Okay, so we're gonna get some of these into the pan. Absolutely gonna coat the bottom of this pan with oil. These are ready in less than 3 minutes, so now you know. We're gonna put several of these in the pan. That should be suffice right there. Now I'll show you a little trick. You got yourself some of this awesome Canadian veggie bacon from Ives. What goes better with butternut squash ravioli than a little bit of veggie bacon? This is the back bacon. This would be like the equivalent of back bacon for you Americanos out there. This stuff is fire. So, how do you cook it? Easy peasy. Get a couple slabs. They're thicker slices, right? Smells erotic. Get a couple of those slices in there. Coat them in just a little bit of the sunflower organic oil either side, and turn your oven on to a medium high just to start. When you hear the sizzle of the plant-based bacon, let it down. Okay, wife doesn't like too much of anything. 1 slice for me, 2 slices for her. Watch and see. She's gonna love this meal. It's gonna be epic. All right, slap that in here, put that away. We're gonna start on the next opportune moment here. Is going to be, we could do a blueberry smoothie, we could do a cherry smoothie, but why don't we do a blueberry cherry strawberry smoothie? Hey, sounds delicious, doesn't it? I'm just gonna rinse out the Vitamix. We haven't had one for quite a while. We're gonna skip it. We're gonna go right to a large pineapple. I'm gonna chop up this pineapple, rinse out this Vitamix, and we'll do a protein smoothie shake tonight for dinner, dessert, however it turns out. Vitamix will be ready to go. I'm gonna let this soak for a while. Just let it soak there. Now a little bit of seasoning here. We have some things, so let's get this going. I need that. I've got these baby tomatoes, these grape tomatoes. They're beautiful. They're so sweet and cherry-like. They're gonna be awesome. Couple plates wash, a couple forks and knives and a spoon. And then I'm going to get out the red sauce. We're doing red sauce with these We have this wonderful Italian sauce, in-house, made in-house, by a really fabulous bakery, like a cafe bakery here in Winnipeg. So we use up the remainder of that. I think I made 2 pizzas plus 2 pastas, or 3 pastas. I'm not exactly sure. But it did make 2 pizzas and at least 2 pastas. So I think it was $5 for this 650, 700 ml of sauce. And I don't use that much. It's got sugar in it, right? You don't want to be adding too much sauce to any food you eat. So, especially if you're trying to get healthy, lose some weight, you have to make cutbacks, right? Gotta have 1 slice of toast. Unless it's raisin toast, then you can have 4 to 6 slices, no problem, right? What's going on? What is really going on? Now that that's doing its thing, I'm gonna put this away. We've got some beautiful, tasty stuff for dessert today. Talk about that in a minute. We gotta get our sauce, which is right here, and we gotta crisp off that bacon. Very much. It's plant-based bacon. If you just got here, rewind it, and you can see for yourself, my friends. Okay, here. Some beautiful items to add. Here's that sauce I was talking about. It's from Dolce Bake Shop, a beautiful bakery here in Winnipeg. A very, very, very rich and just gorgeous, delicious sauce, as it were. So we'll put that in there. I'm gonna season. A little bit of seasoning. This is a brand new container of Italian seasoning from Costco. Just picked it up yesterday. Costco is a mess. And, of course, you have to give the vegan bacon a flip before you can... I like to take cutlery and soak it in a cup, and then it's just like whatever was on there. Shouldn't be much on there. You should rinse off your plates before you put them in your sink. It builds bacteria pretty much right away, right? So the sink upstairs is empty, and my wife does the dishes all the time, so her sink's always empty. I got a couple dishes in here from last night, but I rinse them off before I put them in, and then I rinse them off a couple more times as I rinse off the forks and other things, right? And there's 3 plates, and I'm about to wash them all once I flip this stuff. Now we have some clean cutlery on the go, ready to use in a pinch, and a nice dry. You need a piece of cutlery for what you're about to do here, so give that a little whirl. Now you've got to walk around the pan, as I call it, and check on the pan. It said it took 3 minutes to cook these, did it not? So you want to turn down your heat and express your love and gratitude for this pan of food. You know what I'm saying? I love you raviolis. I love you butternut squash raviolis. I love you. I love you. Love this one too. I even love you over there on the side. Boom. Oh yeah. See what I did there? What's really going on? One here. What's here? What's there? Wait for it. It's caught. Gotta give this piece a flip, don't we? Right? Last one. Now we've walked around the pan. Now there's one more thing you gotta do. You gotta turn your pan slightly. How you doing? Now that you've given her a twist, you flipped it. What else you gotta do? Let me show you. Tell me this isn't just sexy. Tell me this isn't just beautiful. Listen to the sizzle, folks. Now you turn it down just a little bit lower. Don't let her get away on you. You want to reduce the heat slowly and gently. And just kind of cascade over the ravs. There's always enough sauce when you're the bowls. See what I'm doing? I'm not really adding it to the Canadian plant-based veggie bacon, eh? Because you want to leave that off to the side if you can a little bit. If you can't, let me show you what you can do. Oh, that's tangy. So good. That's one of the greatest sauces ever created. I didn't make it. Leave it to Italy. They nailed that sauce a big time. That sauce is made by an Italian man. The other one, there's two of them. The other lady, the husband does one the cafe, and the lady does another. Her sauce is really good too. And I can taste the difference. It's interesting. They're both delicious though. Then you're going to take some of this. And this is where it starts to get epic, okay? So, what we have here is a beautiful meal, fit for a beautiful person with a good heart, right? That stands up for what he or she believes in, passionate about what he or she believes in. If that's you, then cook this meal, yo. Check it out, we're almost done. Literally almost finished now. What's missing, you ask? Great question. Chad from New Brunswick. If anyone in the chat can name that, please do. Next, right here. Like that. You already know. Next up, recycling. Pop and drop right now. Now this is a meal for two. My wife said she wasn't that hungry, so you can tell who's going to be eating the majority. I hope you all have a wonderful day today. I, of course, am starting my day off supercharged with a meal fit for a Viking. A Viking. There is nothing like being a Viking. It is a very honorable, important way of living, right? Everybody thinks you gotta live in the forest, and the this and the that. If people tell you you can't live a certain way, or people try to control the way you want to live, it's best you separate from them. Immensely, too, if they wish to control your life and tell you how to live. Which is something I've never done for the young or the old. And I definitely didn't berate, nag, or bully anybody into thinking differently. Can you all say the same? If you figured out this world, then you know by now that this world is made up of people who follow and who lead. Which one are you? Voila, mes amis. And you can hit it with just a hair over the top. And you can sing to your wonderful butternut squash ravioli with the baby cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes, whatever you want to call them. We got cherries to the side here on a plate. I'm going to chop up this pineapple after I wipe this cutting board. I'll put these jewels to the side as well. We're going to go through some of these jewels after. And we'll talk about who's up for grabs of winning some of these jewels. My buddy ended up selling his mine. And before he sold the rights to it, he let me go dig in it. This was some years back. And that's what we came back with. So, and go look it up. I'll tell you more about that when the time comes, like the mineral rights and things like that. So stay tuned, folks. If you want to be possibly a winner of your first gemstone ever, subscribe down below, leave a comment, and let me know that you would like to be entered in the giveaway for the gemstone. All right, folks. I gotta wash a couple plates, put this away, and dinner is served. As a boss, we are having dessert, of course. Dessert's epic. Can't tell you. I'll show you. By the way, here's those raspberries. And by the way, here's a perfectly ripe and golden pineapple. Yes, yes, y'all. The tropical dole, baby, coming in hot. Get that out of here, baby. We're going to have that when we come back a little bit later. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So, one thing I want to do quickly is just start a fresh garbage here and make our move, you know. Next, while that is simmering, it's kind of doing its thing there. I like to give it a minute or two since it says 3 minutes to cook, but I didn't boil those. I did my own thing with it. I know what I'm doing. Trust me when I tell you, I definitely know what I'm doing. Because it's sitting there, it's not like getting cold or anything. That residual in that pan is just gurgle bubbling every little square inch of everything right now. So it's just soaking up the love is all that's doing. So, garbage done. Now these can go in the garbage. And that's it. It was a lot of fun. I'll cut a piece of dessert for each of us. Well, actually, I don't know what my wife wants, if she wants any. She might not. It's up to her. I'm having a slice. That's for sure. She had a cup of coffee this morning, so it's kind of her sweet treat sometimes. We'll see what happens. Okay, 2 plates. I'm going to wash very quickly. This washed, that washed. These yellow scrubbies you can get, man, holy, they make dishes so easy, you know? Bristle brushes are nice too, but the long bristles are what you're really looking for. Maybe sometimes you want a scrubber, but these aren't dirty. You know? They're just slightly painted with cherry stems and stuff. We don't eat meat here, so it's not like there's nothing here that was ever like really bad for you. If you consider putting like crackers on a plate or something, and a little bit of cashew nut cheese that got washed off like 30 seconds after it was put in the sink with scalding hot water, you know, that's not making or breaking somebody's day. Not like a raw chicken breast or turkey or salmon, or name beef, anything, any wild animal, really, can have a lot of stuff going on you don't want in your kitchen. So think about pestilence in the form of meat from now on. And if you look at big guys like Bautista, why did he become a plant-based dude, you know? Bautista's doing it. He's lost, I don't know, 150 pounds, 200 pounds. The guy's crazy skinny compared to what he used to be. Think about why he did it, right? Obviously, he knew that it's healthier to make sure your body is small, not big. Especially with what either is coming or has happened type of thing. If you don't know, maybe you'll know. I doubt it though, because if you didn't figure it out by now, right? You're probably not going to. One more plate to do, and now I just got 2 bowls and a coffee cup, a spoon and a fork and a knife back there. I'm going to leave the bowl and let's just get it down. This is from yesterday's dessert bowl. And the sink is clean, and I just feel better having a clean kitchen, you know. It's for me. It takes a little bit more. I do the cooking and the cleaning up here, and I like it. Sometimes I leave the cleaning till the next morning. If I cook at midnight, I'm not cleaning at midnight. Sometimes I do, but not a lot of the time. I leave stuff on the stove overnight if I make something. You know, I'll get at it at 4 or 5 in the morning. I'll come tuck it in the fridge way before I wake up. You know what I mean? But I wake up, go to the washroom. Before I go to the washroom, or right after, I wash my hands and I come tidy up the kitchen. I don't know why, but that's just, I put anything that, if I know I had lentil soup on the stove, I'll come put it away. You know, if I used to eat lentil soup quite a lot, and I love it in the morning, but I like it to be thicker, right? So I like to get it in the fridge for 3 to 4 hours before I eat it at 10, 11 a.m. or longer, right? At least 3 or 4 hours. I go around, take all the buttons off here and spray down the cooktop. That takes about five minutes if you're really slow, and 3 or 4 if you're just doing that. So I'm gonna wipe down the granite, and I'll sweep it off the floors, get some company, and make a good impression. So if you enjoyed this video and you would like to be a part of the channel in the future, come on down. This is the place to be. We got a fork over there already. Get that one to the old lady. I'm gonna actually take a picture of this. It's very, very beautiful, I must say. I've done an excellent job on this meal. Once again, crushing it, baby. So I'm gonna have a protein shake, a glass of almond drink, and cherries and pineapple for dessert. How you doing? We'll see ya when we see ya, folks. Remember, if you enjoy these videos, hit that like button, share the video, and I'll see you next time. Be right back with another banger.